Hey there, I'm Brittany Schroeder, and business and marketing are my jam. I'm here to walk you step by step through this crazy thing we call business. I'm a small town girl, chocolate eating, Diet Coke drinking mom, marketing guru, automation Jedi, and all around good time. This is your weekly dose of all things business and life, sprinkled with some fun. This is the Redefine Business Podcast. Welcome to another episode of Redefine Business Podcast. This is another episode in my life coaching series. If you haven't listened to the past episodes, take a listen. There's such good information in those podcasts with mindset and just different areas in life coaching. But today's topic is one that I am a little bit obsessed with. I love talking about this topic, and that's confidence and self-confidence. I think I've been fascinated with confidence for a while. And the reason why is, as you get older and wiser, of course, you see different people, you have different people that come in and out of your life, and you have a lot of awareness, and you notice people who have confidence. Like, it's such an attractive quality to have, is confidence. And I grew up in a home where I had this amazing, incredible mother. Like, she was awesome. I mean, she's still here, but she was such a good mom. And I look at my siblings, and although, life hasn't been perfect for any of us, we all have confidence. And so it is, for years I've thought about it as I've seen some of my other friends who, seemingly have their lives together, but don't have confidence. So I've been fascinated with confidence for a long time. And why do some people have confidence and other people don't? They lack it. So I'm excited to jump into this topic. So let's just get to it. Did you know that there is a difference between confidence and self-confidence? So I used to think that they were one and the same. I didn't know that they were different, but they most definitely are not the same. Recognizing this difference is really key to personal growth and understanding how we navigate through different challenges in life. While confidence a lot of times is rooted in our past achievements and different experiences that we've had, self-confidence is about trusting yourself to move forward despite the risk of what's going to happen or despite the risk of failure. So let me say that again. Confidence is based on your past. Self-confidence is based on your future. So let's talk about confidence first and how it's gained from the past. So confidence is something we cultivate through our past experience. It's based on what we already know we can do because we've done it before. For example, I've talked about this before. I was a professional photographer for nearly 10 years. I built confidence through years of experience. I won awards, I was featured in magazines, and I had countless clients tell me how much they loved my work. These achievements have built my confidence in photography because I've gained evidence that I'm good at what I do. So I can, without even blinking, I can grab the camera. I know I can take good pictures because I'm confident because of the past. So the key here is that confidence is specific to an area where we've already demonstrated a skill. So you have to remember that. So if you've been successful in your career and you're consistently hitting fitness goals or mastering a hobby, you're confident because you've had proof that you can succeed. So you might be a good dancer, you might be good at sports, all these things, you have confidence because you have had experience with achieving those goals and having that success. So confidence is reassuring because it reminds you of what you've already done, what you've already accomplished. And it gives you the courage to repeat those similar success in those areas. Okay, so however, with that being said, the caveat is confidence is limited to things you've already achieved success in. So just because I'm confident in photography doesn't mean I'm automatically going to be confident in something new that I want to try, right? So that is confidence. Okay, so let's talk about self-confidence. That is a trusting the future, right? So self-confidence, on the other hand, it pertains more to the future. It's a belief in our ability to face challenges and try new things, regardless of whether we succeed or fail. It's the willingness to step into this unknown territory, even though we might feel uncomfortable, afraid, or uncertain. Self-confidence is deeply tied to how we view ourselves beyond any external validation or past accomplishments. So it doesn't matter what we've done in the past, we go for it, right? So while confidence can be based on past success, self-confidence comes from within. It is the belief that you can handle whatever comes next, even when you don't know exactly how things will turn out. Self-confidence it's broader and it's more foundational sense of your self-worth. And it gives you the courage to move forward and try new things and face uncertainty with resilience. I do think that they are intertwined. I think confidence gives you self-confidence. And we're going to kind of break it down a little bit and talk about how to build self-confidence. But I think that they're really like intertwined because, if you succeed at one thing, it gives you confidence that kind of translates to self-confidence because you're like, okay, I've done this thing before. I know that I can do this. And then I think that they're very like intertwined. So let's talk about how do we build self-confidence. Personal development is an ongoing journey, and self-confidence is so important in helping us reach our full potential. Some people seem to have this innate sense of self-confidence, but for most of us, it requires conscious effort to create it. So here are a few key steps to build and strengthen self-confidence. The first one, and this is so important, and I'm seeing this actually, I've seen this especially like in my teenage daughter, but it's trust yourself. So self-confidence begins with trust. We have to learn to trust ourselves to follow through on our commitments and deal with uncomfortable emotions. This trust is built when we show ourselves that we are dependable. If you tell yourself you'll wake up early to go for a run, but you hit snooze and skip it, your trust in yourself, it starts to go away. It starts to diminish. On the other hand, every time you keep a promise to yourself, no matter how small, you reinforce your ability to trust your own word. So like I mentioned with my daughter, I've seen her, she's a wrestler. She's on the wrestling team in high school. And I've seen her, like when she says she's going to do something, I've been really pushing her and teaching her this last year. When you say you're going to do something, you do it. When you commit, you do it. And I've seen her self-confidence. I've seen her confidence build through this because she believes in herself that if she says she's going to do something, she's going to do it. This self-trust creates a sense of control and self-confidence, and you start to believe in your ability to work through challenges and stick to your goals. The more consistently you show up for yourself, the more you reinforce your own dependability. And this is so important. And I've also noticed as she is learning to trust herself, I've noticed that she gets frustrated when she can't depend on other people. So I've seen this, how it also affects relationships, is just trusting yourself and being dependable and trusting that you're going to say you're going to do something and you do it. Okay, the next one is embrace discomfort. One of the biggest hurdles of self-confidence is the discomfort that comes with failure or the fear of failure. Discomfort, it's inevitable when we're trying something new, but it's so essential for growth. Many people avoid discomfort or they won't try new things because they have this fear of failure. And when they have that fear of failure, that will diminish their self-worth. But the truth is that failure is a natural part of learning. It's part of the learning process. The more you embrace discomfort and accept that it's part of life, the more resilient and self-confident you will become. You begin to see discomfort as a sign of growth. And same with failure. Like when you fail, you learn. And this is a hard concept to really wrap your head around, but it really is so powerful if you can view failure as a learning experience and not as like you're a failure and it doesn't say anything about you, right? It's so important. So a lot of times you don't push yourself because you want to avoid feeling that discomfort. But if you can push through it and recognize it, it's so powerful. So each time you step outside your comfort zone, whether you're trying a new skill or you're taking on a different role or a relationship or whatever it might be, when you're pursuing that goal, you have personal growth and that helps you work through different challenges. Failure isn't a reflection of your worth. It's simply just feedback that helps you grow. The more you fail, the more you grow. The more you grow, the more you succeed. When you embrace this reality, the more your self-confidence will develop. There was somebody who said, I'm trying to remember who it was, and I can't remember, but it was something, a quote or somebody said about that we have to remember that each failure is like, it's like a chapter in a book where you're learning. It's a learning experience. It's like taking a class. So when you do something, you're like, okay, that was a class on learning to fail X, Y, and Z. So embracing failure is really, really, when you can embrace failure, it's such a game changer for sure. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Cultivate a positive self-opinion. Self-confidence is deeply tied to what we think about ourselves. A self-confident person views themselves as deserving, capable, and worthy. They believe they can handle whatever life throws their way, regardless of the outcome. Your self-opinion pushes you to take action. When you think positively about yourself, you're more likely to take risks, and you're going to look for new opportunities, and you're going to keep going even when you're faced with failure. On the other hand, negative self-talk, it can really deplete your self-confidence. If you're constantly telling yourself you're not good enough or that you're going to fail, those thoughts will hold you back. Cultivating a positive self-opinion involves actively challenging those negative thoughts and replacing them with like positive thoughts. And it encourages you to take action. So those are so important. Focus on your strengths, practice gratitude, and remind yourself of the progress you have already made in life. You're more than capable of growth, and the way you view yourself will either propel you forward or it will hold you back. So your self-opinion is so important. And I also think if you want other people to think of you in a certain way, in a positive way, you have to think of yourself in that positive way. If you think you're worthy, other people will think you're worthy. Okay, difference in actions. Let's talk about that. Confidence and self-confidence, they play different roles in our lives, right? But they both work together to help us achieve our goals. You can be confident in specific areas based on past experience, while still lacking the self-confidence in other aspects of your life. So for example, you might be confident in your career, but you feel anxious or uncertain about starting a new business or trying something new. To push through those fears, self-confidence is required. You have to have it. It's the belief that even though you haven't done something before, you can figure it out. Self-confidence is about embracing the unknown and taking action, even when there is a risk of failure. So self-confidence, in a nutshell, it isn't something that just arrives fully formed. It's something we build over time. Every time we face discomfort, we fail and try again, we build our self-confidence. Even though it seems like we don't, but we do. It's okay to fail. Every time we trust ourselves to follow through, we strengthen our belief in our ability to handle whatever life throws our way. Because we've done it before. We've worked through it before. We only live once. So don't let fear hold you back. Whether you're working on self-confidence or already modeling it for others, remember to trust yourself, embrace discomfort, and know that you are worthy of happiness and success. Confidence might come from past achievements, but self-confidence is what will propel you into the future. So go hard, take risks, and know that no matter the outcome, you'll come out stronger on the other side. Continually practice these principles. You'll build self-confidence and you'll be able to tackle any challenge and really become who you were meant to be. All right. I hope you guys found this helpful, and I will chat with you next week.
Let's not stop the party here. Head on over to my Instagram or Facebook group, Redefine Your Business, and let me know your thoughts about today's show. I will see you again, same time, same place, next week.